Hello again. This is the Waterman Spiritual Toolbox number 198, John chapter 3, recording number 52, audio recording number 516, and examination table number 178. Now, we're going pretty painstakingly slow and meticulously dissecting this thing. So we not may prove it to ourselves. No, it's documenzo. Let's prove it. Examine it. Make it true for yourself. Get that increase for yourself. Okay? Now, I'll read a couple of these notes I have here first. This one up here, do this. I tried to jot it down. In order to qualify for the increase into God's righteousness in these eyes of the storm, okay? When you're getting pressurized to stuff, it's for you, not to you. Remember, to you, you're red lighting God. With that attitude, that thought process, that prayer, if you want to think of it that way. Because it's a communication to God. It's not just beg, or out here trying to show off and blah, blah, blah. I mean, you can speak it, but really what's in your mind going on is what's important. Okay, just verbalizing something and thinking about a ball game or, oh man, I got to work on my car when I get home or something like that. Or I got to go to work in the morning and you're mouthing the words, in Jesus' name. That doesn't qualify. All right, qualifies you to, disagreeing. That's a pharisaical attitude. Okay? It's sneaky snake. You want to say, oh, that don't really matter. Oh, yeah, it does. These things accumulate and, what's that other word in there for? It's that and. They increase, add up to going back in the union with God or going into your crap thinking, and they grow 1 to 2 to 4 to 8. Those are adding up either towards God, falling into God, or away. Okay? And they're sneaky. Okay? That serpent, that beast nature, is more subtle than any beast of your field, your mind. Okay? Remember, it's like a prisoner in this mind. And they make shanks out of almost anything. Little shank that they'll stab the tar out of you. Real fast. And then point the finger all out there. So I put the blame out there. Maybe a devil or God's doing it. He's really going to torment you. And anything. Get your eyes, your focus off God. It's stabbing the daggone tar out of you. And then denying, like plausible deniability. Oh, I don't know what it is. There's CYA. Cover its own beast nature. That ass inside of you. That hee-hawing donkey's like, well, I didn't do it. Must be something out there. It's almost powerful as God. He really messed up. He's going to torment you because you're not getting everything exactly right. It's in a baffling wind, a real confusing wind. You can't hardly tell. Real difficult. Impossible in your own might and power, your own understanding, your own tree of good and evil, the knowledge of good and evil. Can't do it at all. Absolutely denied. And when you feed from that tree, that fruit from that tree, you shall surely die. You shall be separated. You can't, if you try to enter the gate into God's, any other way into God's security, His increase, His rest, His field, increasing in God. Any other way but through Jesus and Jesus, I-E-S-O-U-S, means God is salvation, is deliverance from this thing. That's the only way. Turn it, whatever strength you got in you, in that area. However many strands of little cord If it's a 1, you got 1. If it's a level, the next one up 2, then you got a 2 plus a 1, 3. Then the next one 4, 4 plus 2 plus 1. They're twisting. Make it a little bit stronger. And now, whenever you get this, see 1, 2, 4, 8, all those up, if you're falling into God, into God's righteousness, you're increasing. Hurrah, oh, whoa, wow, wow. And seeing God as the great hero and not this bully and tyrant and stuff like this. Your own beast nature, your own righteousness, whether it's telling you good or evil, is taking little shanks, little knives in that prison and stabbing you, killing you, cutting your throat and gouging out your eyes and everything. Man, just like fast and just laughing at you. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was somebody out there. Kind of like that old silly movie, that Rocket Man, where that guy's in. There are 2 astronauts that's supposed to be on Mars, and they're tied with the big hose, air hose, and that one guy catch a fart in the thing that blows up great big, and it's coming down the thing. The other guy looks at it, oh no, tries to cut the, hold the line closed, and then it gets through anyways. And he goes, oh man, and he starts saying, man, you're rotten. And he says, it wasn't me, it wasn't me. It must have been the lady back in the spaceship. Or maybe it's the one way over there on Earth, and we're here on Mars. They did it. They set this up. That'd be similar to saying, there's a devil out there. God made me, he lost control of it. Now he's got to do it, not just scrap everybody. You got to torment them. God dog bend, you're out of your mind. Right? You're in your carnal thinking. Subsiding away into a big pile of crap. And buddy, you touch that thing, it sucks you right down. What does that word say right there? To lead by laying hold of this ago. Okay, it's a root from that one, from a root word from it goeth. Hapago. Okay, there's 2 words that makes up that like compound word. That hypo, that's that to lead under, through an agency of through. It's trying to tell you this is the way to go. Okay, and then it's ago, G771. Okay, it's a primitive word. It's a verb, and it means right here to lay by holding on, by laying hold on, and in this way to bring to the point of destruction. And this is of an animal, of your beast nature. Of God's way, it's leading you back to the mind of Christ. So you're in there in that dichotomy, in that eye of the storm, where you have to choose. Hot pursuit into God. Any other thing, you're denying, disagreeing with God. Don't matter if it's good, evil, bad. Good, bad, and ugly. It don't matter. It's carnality. It's non-spiritual nonsense. Falling away. Can't go back into God any other way but the gate. Jesus. Jesus. I-S-O-U-S. Yahweh is salvation. It's right now. It's not Jehovah. Jehovah's got the vowels in it. Elongates it. Procrastinate or put it out in the future or what. The past, whatever. No, it's right then, right now. In God's precise, correct timing. You have to decide. And trying to say, no, I don't, or not in the middle or anything. Where'd it come from? And all this. You're just denying. You're qualifying as red lighting God. Well, we have to double it. Falling away. Right? Now, see, it's like that. Whenever he's grabbing that hose, that fart coming through that hose line. He's grabbing it, and the other guy's over there. I didn't do it. Carnal mind, and it's a laughing jokester. Hee-haw and donkey. Hee-haw, hee-haw. Barking dog, whatever. Good, bad, and ugly. Pointing the finger at everybody else. I didn't do it. And it's your own stinking thinking. Your righteousness is as filthy, stinking, it's mistress rags. Okay? It's just nasty as nasty. It's dung, as the Apostle Paul wrote it, as he said it. Like in Philippians chapter 3, verse 8. Ooh, man, it's dung for winning Christ. That ain't getting you there at all. It's the wrong way. It's wrong, wrong, wrong. Hear that thing banging and stuff? It must be the devil doing it. It must be something else. It's chicken, turkey. It's beast taster. Donkey. That's not the tongues of God. That's not God's love beyond words, is it? Okay, now let's read this note right here. Oh, I couldn't help but to get in this, a little bit into this word, okay? Going to continue studying down in there for it goeth, getting down into the root of that thing, going back, looking back. Where's that thing come from? Oh, it's exposing that old carnal mind and showing you your decision in there so you can make a more informed decision in the eye of those storms that God is putting in your life as an opportunity to go back into Him and not have to keep going into your own bullshit thinking, your own worthless, detestable yuck. Stay in your own puke. A dog returns to its own vomit. Stay as a beast nature and go to eat its own poop, its own vomit. Your own righteousness. You don't have to do that. Proceed into God at whatever level you are. God's going to increase you if you agree. Right? Can't remember that word right off the top of my head, that conditionality. I'm not going to take time right now to go back and look. It's in previous recordings, okay? Now, in order to qualify for the increase into God's righteousness, one must do a 180-degree about face from that old stuff, and God's separating it, showing you through this hot, fiery trials, these calamities, tribulations and stuff. He's putting it in there, putting it to the test, testing whatever level of those strings or rope you're at. He's load testing your bridge, putting on a lot, make you get to where you got to give up on that old stinking, your own, me, myself, and I just doesn't cut the mustard now. You got to proceed with that level, a 1, 2, 4, 8, whatever level of strength that is. And that strength, hang on, let me read these notes. Get ahead of myself, okay? Okay, now, do a 180-degree about face from that old stinking thinking. When the Word of God, the thought process of God are separating that thing. And then identify, I see you, you dirty dog. Get out of here. Put a muzzle on that thing. Be still. Inside your own self. Not condemning other people. Take care of your own backyard, okay? And then go into God. In hot pursuit, everything you got at that level in that thought process. Okay? Have whatever strength in God's righteousness, not your righteousness, not my strength and my power, not feeding on that old, I can't do it, God, it's just too much, it's level 16, it's just too much. Well, see, God's equipped you, brought you up there to where you got 6, 8, 1, 2, 4, 8, and going up to 16. God's bringing you up there. He's stretching you, increasing you, load testing you. He's making it possible. He's not going to truly break you, but he's breaking you from that old stuff. Can't rely upon that me, myself, and I, that ego in your eye. In order to get that big old ego, that I, me, myself, and I, out of your own sitting here and taste, touch, and smell, quit having the diarrhea. He's going to load test it. And then you got to pull and go hot pursuit of God. Not flying and running, try to take care of everything else. No, deal with this. Rest and rely in God. In the increases of God. See, you're not looking back and saying, man, I'll go back to that way it was. No. You're relying on that strength you got And those are twisted together, made into a stronger and stronger and stronger rope. You don't forget. You draw strength from it. And when you get to 16, then the next one in that area will be 32. But see, you're strengthened. God's equipped you with that ability. And it's in Him. It's not in your power, your might, your power. Like Zechariah 4:6 says, not by might nor by power, but it's by my Spirit, says the Lord. He's increasing you in His Spirit, in His righteousness. He's returning. He's appearing in you. Recognize that. Make God true, and all that humanistic thinking's a liar. That's bullcrap. It's all, I count all that stuff as dumb for winning Christ. Whatever level of purification, God's taking that ball of mudded up water and purifying it. If He's purified that thing up to level 64, the next jump is 128. Now, you can't rely on a level 4 to get you through that level from 64 to 128, can you? No, it's got to be by His Spirit. He's equipped you up to level 64. I surrender all. Right? Yes, I rest. I rely. I only do what my Father, what I see, what I can see, hear, taste, touch, or smell, what I understand at that level. I see the Father doing. It's not about what Jesus said. I could go there and break it down, but I'm not going to right now. Maybe later. Okay? Just a little bitty sneak peek right there. Okay? And then boom, up to 128. And then the next one in that area of that purification. Oh, double that. 256. Woohoo! But you can't go from the level 1 and skip all the other and I'll go to this good stuff. Take one little strand, or even 3, 1 and 2, 1 plus a 2, and add them together, 3 of them twisted together, little bitty strands, and expect to be able to hold up a 256 level. And that's not in your might and power when you get there. Man, it's good. The appearance is getting hotter, just like the Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in that fiery furnace. Heat up 5 times as hot. No humanistic thinking's going to make it in there. No natural person's going to survive that. There was 4 in there. Not just those 3 days, the 3 ages, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, in your earthly thinking. 3 days in your tomb. But Jesus was in that 3 days. Resurrected in that 3rd day. Not just 3 little 24-hour period. No. Look at it with Spirit. Let God open this up. Increase. Stay. Hang on just a minute. Let me get right here. Say the burden isn't not increasing on your fleshly thinking as you're relying on that fleshly thinking to get you through this. Man, this is level 28, 128. I got to really pour forth and sweat out some bullets to get through this. No, you got to surrender it. And if the burden's light on that, because God's going to take over. But you got to rely. You got to slow down in Him, right? This flying, running, and walking. And God says that God is a progression of slowing down. Like in Isaiah chapter 40, verse 30, 31. I then did a series on that showing you. Okay? Go back and look at it. Study it. Study, show yourself approved, a worker that needs not be ashamed, rightly dividing or accurately handling that word of truth. So you can go on to maturity, not stay a little baby. Don't matter your age, natural age. Okay, now, anyways, you're turning from relying on that old self, me, myself, and I, to relying on God to do it. And then your true strength. God is my strength. God is my tower, my strong refuge. Not me, myself, and I, man. I can do it at level 4. Going to level 8 yet. Because I'm just a tough 10-foot tall bulletproof guy. Red light, go back out, fall in the crapper. Because you're relying upon your own self, your own red in the face stuff, your own Adamic nature. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Well, let me give you just a little bit of this couple little notes here of prayer. But it's not like what the Catholics do or like whatever they take and get just a thing and they just blah, blah, blah. It's just the same thing every time. No, this has got you got to do it new every morning or every time. Okay. All right. Now it's God's regenerating you from this lightweight stuff in His nature, character, and authority, right? Where it's red light, red in the face, Adamic nature. Okay? You're in this eye of storm and choosing Him and going on to become a denser, like element, in God. Denser in God's righteousness, in God's understanding of His love. God, you are the greatest. You are my exceeding great reward. I can get no greater hero. Whoa! God is salvation. Jesus. Jesus, I-S-O-U-S. It's through the Christos. It's in the Christos. Remember? From out of, to, towards, into, and in. That's why in God. Right? Scream at it. Now, so, this is something habitually do. I wrote somewhere, but God increase in prayer, your communication, your thought processes. So pray continually without ceasing. Not get down on your knees and beg. You can do that, but that's just, it's not about whatever you're doing outside, external. It's what's inside. Because you can blah, 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 and not even be thinking that. Not even be really focused inside. Okay? Be like that little kid looking out the window. Man, that sure is good. Looks like a good time out there on the playground. And the teacher, God's up there, got you in the eye of the storm, ask you to take and do a math problem or do whatever He's teaching you, training you, purification. You don't have a clue. Huh? Okay. No. Yeah. You can ask, Father God, increase my love, or increase your love in me, and increase your light, your understanding of your great love, continually from one level to the next, keeping me pliable, moldable. Shall the clay say to the potter, why'd you make me this way? No, you stay moldable. So God, make me into what you want. Because it's not my will be done, that me, myself, and I. It's your will be done. Your choices, your desire. And it's, that's kind of like an amen. I agree. So be it. I sign on the contract for that. As that fleshly thinking's been separated, laid on both sides. That's a narrowing path. You're walking, existing, agreeing. 1 to 2 to 4 to 8. Right between that, you're making a covenant with God. Habitually practice this. God, it's your way, not my way. Your will be done, not my will be done. Like Jesus was giving that example in that garden. Right before He's going to be crucified. Let this cup, let this stuff pass from me, but nevertheless, not my will be done, yours be done. Your will be done. He's a pattern son. You just got to see it. See, hear, taste, touch, smell. Open up to that and get that old log out of your eye. That old ego that tries to edge God out. Say, where's it at? What's it doing? Where'd you get that? Shut up, you old dog. And that's it. Take every thought captive to the obedience of Christ. Not your old bitch dog thinking inside of you. That yapping dog. You may get my way. It'll be like a Jebusite inside of you. One of those big old Aboriginal bullies, tyrant in your mind. I'm trying to tell you, do. It's a religious separative. You better do this or do that, because God says this, God says that. No. It's twisting it to its own destruction. He's going to shank you with that little, in that prison, as soon as you're not paying attention. And say, I didn't do it. Wasn't me. Fart wasn't coming from me, just because we're tied together in this mind. Nope. It's something out there. It's pumped back on the earth, and we're on Mars, right? Or it's by somebody back in the spaceship. Yeah, I'll blame them. It's a laughing jackass at you. Beast nature. It's stupid. What's wrong with you? Right? That's that thinking process in there. Don't you believe it. Acknowledge God is the truth. Make God true. And all that humanistic thinking is wrong. Okay? Now, I was all over the place there, but I'm still in this. Let's try to wrap this one little word up. Okay? Hang on a minute. Things trying to go dark on me here. Well, I got this. Oh, there it is. Froze up. All right. Now, I was in that. Let's read that verse. John chapter 3, verse 8. It says, the wind bloweth where it listeth, and thou hearest the sound thereof, but canst tell whence it cometh, and whither it goeth. So is everyone born. That is born of the Spirit. Now, that was when we were in that it goeth, okay? All right. I'm just going to play these to get down to this root word, and I've been hitting all over it, okay? Giving you examples. Well, let's just have it pronounced. Now, it goeth was translated from 52:17. It's hapago.
Strong's G 52:17.
Hupago. Okay. All right. That word is made up of two words. The etymology, okay? 52, 59, and G 71, okay? 52, 59 is this word. Oh.
Strong's G 52:59. Hupa.
Okay, looks like hypo, Hypo, okay? Now, also that hupago is also made up of G71. That's the word I've been working on right here, okay? All right. G71 is this AGO.
Strong's G71. Ago.
Okay, now pay attention to this. This is showing from what I've been telling you, okay? All right. Now, I just want to help you make the decisions for yourself. So this is proving it to yourself. Okay? It's a verb primary word, okay? So we'll chase it down to the root. One of the words is made up of two. That hapago is made up of these two words, okay? That one word and this word, okay? And it's to lead, to take with one. It's right here. It's a very good descriptive way of what this carnal mind is doing to you. Trying to trick you. It's very subtle. Okay? To lead by laying hold on. Grabbing it. Okay? It's like you touch that. I'll just try it a little bit. I'll taste to see if that is really crap thinking. My own righteousness really sucks. Tastes pretty good in my mouth. It's agreeable with me. It's bitter, it's destructive in your stomach, in your insides, right? Okay? Now, to lead by laying hold of, and this way to bring to the point of a destination, that crap thinking. Right? Now, the other way, when you go into God, it's leading to the life, the fullness of life in God. And this is of an animal. Okay, the animal, that beast nature is leading you wrong, wrong, wrong. Let's make God true. All this humanistic thinking, this beast nature, wrong, right? Now, it means to induce. And in Strong's, it's saying to lead, to bring, to drive, to go, to induce. Okay, and induce, I only got a little bit left. To lead by persuasion or influence as to some action or state of mind. Trying to get you to agree with that old ego. Keep that log in your life. Keep me and myself and I is all important. I'm the king. Not God. Not that God fella. Don't go his way. Keep that a still small voice and shut him up. Don't shut me up. Don't touch that thing. Don't go into it. Yuck, it'll pull you down, drag you down. Go into God. Fall into God. Green light. Fall into your own stinking thinking. Red light. Be reasonable. Sit my way, God. See, now, I wrote another note here. The storms of one's life induce one as a cattle prod into agreement with God, okay? It's through boiling water and vinegar solution. You got to tell that dog shut up, okay? I got to get off here. I'm about to run out of time. That was Spiritual Toolbox 198.